In the videos you are about to watch, we take a brief look at the social, economic, and cultural conditions of Iran in Khorasan province, covering the historical period after 1868. These videos are based on a true story in the memoirs of Hajj Sheikh Mohammad Ali Modir, known as Modirian, the founder of the first modern-style school in Khorasan, at a time when traditional Maktab houses were still prevalent. He was a transformative figure who played a crucial role in shaping the region's education and culture. May this historical account, even in a small way, contribute to building a prosperous Iran, free from superstitions and misconceptions, helping us learn from the past and avoid repeating its mistakes. This series was created using archival footage and artificial intelligence. While the images are entirely fictional, the names, locations, and information presented are based on his authentic writings. Join us as we explore the life story of this remarkable figure. Part 1. The Famine of 1869 to 1873. I, Hajj Sheikh Mohammad Ali Modirian, son of Mohammad, was born on the night of June 30th, 1868, in the town of Sultania, Tarshish, now known as Kashmir in Khorasan, Iran. By the grace and wisdom of God Almighty, I have been blessed with the ability to recall and record the events of my life truthfully, without exaggeration or omission. One of the earliest memories of my childhood is from the devastating famine of 1869 to 1873, which left an indelible mark on my young mind. This famine, infamous for its severity, brought widespread suffering and scarcity. I was only 3 years old at the time, yet I vividly recall the hunger that gripped our family and community. One day, in a moment of desperation, I returned home and pleaded with my mother, "I want bread." Gently, she replied, "Wait, my child. I've prepared the dough, and the bread will soon be baked." But my hunger made patience impossible, and I cried insistently for bread. Seeing my distress, my mother handed a 10 shahi coin to the servant and asked her to take me to buy some bread. The servant and I went to the bakery, but the famine had left the shelves bare, unable to find bread anywhere. We eventually found some bread when I began eating it. I quickly realized it was mixed with sawdust from a carpentry shop. Disappointed and still hungry, I shouted for real bread. My mother, distraught but determined to comfort me, took some raw dough from the trough. She placed it under the fire to bake as quickly as possible. Once it was ready, she cut away the burnt portions with a knife and handed me the rest. It was far from perfect, but it was enough to quiet my cries and soothe my hunger. Even as a child, I sensed the struggle and sacrifice behind every morsel of food during that terrible time. It was a lesson in resilience and compassion that would stay with me throughout my life. A few days later, I was walking down the street with my uncle. The air was heavy, and the streets were bustling with despair. Suddenly, I noticed a large crowd gathered around a sheep being slaughtered. It was a grim sight. Among the crowd, a group of women stood, holding bowls in their hands. They were collecting the blood of the sheep. Puzzled, I turned to my uncle and asked, "What are they doing with that blood?" He paused for a moment, then replied, "They're using it to make food." His words left me silent, a mixture of shock and sadness washing over me. It was a harsh time, and people's struggles were unimaginable. Hunger and hardship had stripped away so much, leaving only the will to survive. These memories are etched in my mind, a reminder of resilience in the face of great suffering. This series is brought to you by Mos Travel 24 Adventure, dedicated to showcasing Iran's rich history, culture, and stories. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.